won upward of 10 or more weeks in a row, dominating the King of the Court competition. So I have to ask, how?
For the camera again. Funny how you look the best when you at the top. Funny how you look the same.
Golden State's gone 4-7 on three-point shots in the second quarter. Up front, it's Green at the 4 with Jackson Davis at the 5. Podziemski out there with Allen, and it's Moody in at the small forward position. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Well, Doris, both you and I had the honor of being in that 2020 bubble in Florida. Any memories from Orlando?
I think, Kev, just how unique the setting was, and I have to give some props to the players. No fans, no normalcy, away from their families for extended periods, and yet they were able to lock in and give us some incredible moments.
And now, joining us on the line, Shams Charania with a recent development. Shams, what's the latest?
Thank you, Kevin. The news about New Orleans today, as the Pelicans front office is making...
And what's the game plan going into these matchups?
Yeah, it all starts like in the beginning of the year. All starts with repetition. I found some friends who were on like the same skill level, and we pretty much played each other like all day. Not even in like terms of just trying to get better, but just because we thought it was fun. We had fun playing each other, you know, talking trash to each other or whatnot. And like as that goes, you're playing like some of the best players in the world. Like.
So on the floor for the Knicks, Miles McBride is out there with Jose Alvarado. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hart in at power forward.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Well, you hear team execs say all the time, you're either selling wins or you're selling hope. How true is that, Brent?
Well, if you're an executive EA, just be right about whatever it is that you're selling. And you got to be realistic. I mean, fans are smart. They understand where your team is. Are you a playoff competitor? Are you young and growing? So that's hope. If you're going deep into the playoff run, you want the wins.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Timberwolves was a man on a mission. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and he did everything else you could have wanted as well, ending with a triple-double. He was such a difficult matchup in that one. We'll see how he follows it up tonight. Ryan?
Outstanding, thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Yeah, going up against a team that had no answer for him, we'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
And that's what makes Towns so dangerous offensively. He's a threat even when he's playing off the ball.
MP, the pass to Moody. Here's Allen. Again, the Warriors score.
This first half has been all him. He's getting to his spots and going to work.
There's a double team with Podziemski. New York has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Towns down low, covered by Jackson Davis. From down low, Towns can't get it to go. And the Warriors' shooting has been ridiculous. 75% in this game. And Allen gets it to go.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
New York has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. Here's Podziemski. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. Allen's got his 9th assist of the game now. And so it's New York with it. This game coming after the loss versus the Kings.
If you can't match up on the boards, you are not going to win games. That's got to be a big lesson from that game.
Well, maybe they went into that game thinking rebounding not something they needed to focus on. They absolutely did.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Pass to Podziemski. Back to Allen. Now here's Jackson Davis. Shot clock at 5. Moody passes to MP. Lets it go from deep. And Moody is good for 3. Moody's got 14.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Well, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And so it's MP making things happen for the Warriors. And he ends the quarter with a double-double, doing whatever his team needs. Back after this.
Halftime is here. And what better way to tip it off than to analyze the latest news on the trade front?
We know about DeRozan's consistency as a scorer, but he's also become a tremendous playmaker, which keeps the defense guessing and the offense humming.
And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the Golden State Warriors.
When you shoot it efficiently, the probability of winning goes way up. It also saves you wasted energy.
Yeah, sometimes teams try hard, but they're disorganized. Not these guys.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
And just halfway through this contest, he's already registered a double-double.
Yeah, guys like him love to stuff the stat sheet. He's doing it here.
Inside, it's Green next to Jackson Davis. Moses Moody out there with MP. And it's Kuminga in at the 3, the small forward. That's the Warriors.
All right, I'm just getting this in my headset. I'm told we have Shams Charania, our 2K insider, on the line. He's now with us, and some important NBA news. Hey, Shams, what do you have for us?
Hey, Kevin. The news about New Orleans today, as the Pelicans front office is making early season changes. They're hoping to give their offense a boost with the addition of DeMar DeRozan. This is an all-star caliber player who's thrived in multiple systems, and I'm hearing they have no doubt that DeRozan will slot in and provide an instant scoring jolt.
Thanks again, Shams, as always. Up front, it's Green at the 4 with Jackson Davis at the 5. Allen is out there with Moody. And it's Kuminga in at the 3, the small forward. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. They're still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against the Timberwolves was outstanding. He had an impressive number of points, and what a game it was, posting a triple-double. He put on a show. The level he played at in that one was incredible. Now, he always wants to play his best against their rivals, and to say the least, mission accomplished. Guys?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort.
And yep, another basket.
A 60-piece. Goodness. And it's not his first of the season.
Well, he is tied for the fourth most 60-point games during a single season. Just incredible. Brunson with a clean look. Wide open shot is on the money. Brunson's got 15.
And he's got the confidence. Brunson playing out of his mind.
Jackson Davis finds MP. And good. He hits it again. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And McBride now top of the key.
Warriors foul. Moses Moody.
The Knicks have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
At the line for the Knicks, Miles McBride taking 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. And Joe Allen will bring it up for the Warriors. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one, and that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. Kuminga dishes to MP. Green kicks to Allen. Golden State moving the ball around. Clock at 6. Here's Moody. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
And Towns throws it down.
And forget those threes. Cat, get the easy ones.
Kuminga the pass to MP. Now, here's Moody. Back to Kuminga. MP outside. The 3-ball. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. MP's got 15 points in just the second half.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Hart, wide open. He fires. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Green finds Moody. Left side, Kuminga. Outside, Green. Over Hart. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Very comfortable from the mid-range. Green sinking Jays.
Here's McBride. He's got 6. Richard, when it comes to Draymond Green, we know about his defense. But what does he give you offensively?
I think it starts with his passing. Not many big men can do what he does the way he does it. And especially effective when he's hitting the 3-ball, stretching the floor, allowing for more space for his shooters.
Chalk up 2 there.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
For New York, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Here's Anunoby. And it's off from 3-point range.
Okay, now I think he's starting to get in his own head right now. Maybe he's overthinking things a little bit, and as a result, he's just been off.
Here's Allen. And MP throws it down hard.
Looks like MP's been practicing those in his backyard growing up.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. New York's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Brunson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
Podziemski, he's checked in for Golden State.
And one area where Brunson's improved is in the clutch. He's a monster in crunch time. Nice to have a player you can depend on in those key situations.
And here's MP for 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Pass to Mobo. And here is Hart. And here's Towns. Jackson Davis defending. Towns with the bucket.
His shot has been on point from the opening tip. He's pretty much kept them in the game.
Now Jackson Davis. Stolen. McBride with the ball. He's got 6.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, I credit some of that to their communication out on the floor. They are attacking as a unit.
Now McBride. And here's Brunson. Pass to Mobo. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. Towns is doubled. From deep, Brunson. And Moody pulls it down.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus?
Like, you have ultimate confidence. You like imagine somebody online. Like, because the key in the court, you have to win by 30. Really, pretty much.
And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
They've got MP, Trace Jackson-Davis out there with Kuminga. Then it's Moses Moody, and it's Pajemski in at the 2. So that's the group out there for Golden State. I'm being told we've got Shams Charania on the line with a developing story. Shams, what's the scoop?
Thanks, B.A. The news about New Orleans today, as the Pelicans front office is making early season changes. They're hoping to give their offense a boost with the addition of DeMar DeRozan. This is an all-star caliber player who's thrived in multiple systems, and I'm hearing they have no doubt that DeRozan will slot in and provide an instant scoring joke.
Always something going on, and we appreciate the update, Shams. Thanks. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Timberwolves was a man on a mission. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and that's not to mention the fact that by the end of the night, he had a triple-double. His numbers from that game jump off the stat sheet. He was just superb. Guys, let's see if he can do it again.
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
Now here's Brunson. He's got 18. Hits the trifecta.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
Outside Pajemski. Back to Allen. Let's go with a 3.